We're back, everyone, for
Does the
more.
college pay taxes to the All of Winterhold? I'm struggling to see what the economy here is based on.
Back for more Skyrim, and I've already traveled here, so let's go talk to the Archmage. Decided
What are
to
you looking at?
equip this sword. Oh, more importantly, is if we scroll down, I did find a spine, which I guess we were missing, because there was an enemy between me and her. Decided to walk it, and I killed her, and I got a spine. No left leg though. Very depressing. All right. I guess he's in the Arcanium. I would have assumed that he would have been in his laboratory, but like, whatever. Lag apparently. Hello.
I guess they let any simpleton into the college these days.
Wow. How do you like working for Urag? Well, that's nice. Thank you for sharing.
Do you mind? This is a library. Keep it down.
Master Tolfter lost his alembic again. I swear, there's one like him at every college.
You are now in the Arcanium, of which I am in charge. It might as well be my own little plane of oblivion. Disrupt my Arcanium, and I will have you torn apart by angry Atronachs. Now, do you require assistance?
This is impressive.
A mage is only as good as what he knows. I try to make sure as much knowledge is available as possible. We've been keeping this collection since the Second Era. Books have come and gone during that time, but it's mostly intact.
Special books?
As a matter of fact, there are. Have you ever heard of Shalador? Immensely powerful mage, back in the First Era. Had an understanding of magic few have ever matched. He holed himself up in Labyrinthian, and devoted all his time to research and study. But more than you would imagine possible. Since then, his writings have been scattered all over Skyrim, but are little use to anyone who can't translate them. I'm one of the few who can. I've heard whispers of more of his work having turned up. If you can track it down, it may prove useful to all of us. Please make sure your hands are clean before touching anything, all right?
Nah.
Fight well.
Oh, I thought the Archmage is... Oh, never mind. Yes, it's actually above. Archmage. How you doing?
What you learn here will last you a lifetime. Please don't tell me that another one of the apprentices has been incinerated. I have enough to deal with right now.
I found some sort of orb.
I see. I trust that Tolftir will provide a more specific explanation.
No.
Thank you for bringing this to my attention. Tolftir normally looks after your little group, yes? Since he's apparently occupied, and I will need to see this discovery for myself, I think perhaps you should begin researching the subject. Speak with Urag in the Arcanium. See if he's aware of anything that matches your discovery. And good work. The next time you find yourself exploring Nordic ruins, perhaps this will be helpful.
Thanks. And I'm carrying too much. Have you ever met with the Sijiks?
Personally? No, not I. One of their number used to advise the Archmage when I was but an apprentice here. But that was a great many years ago, before all the members of the Order were called back to the Isle of Artaeum, and it disappeared entirely. Until next time.
You have something to say. You know, there's more joy in giving than in taking. At least.
Yeah, that sucks.
All right,
Thank
then.
you. Okay, let's see what Urag has to say. Urag. Did not, okay, whatever. Where's Snow Point Beacon? Oh, it's all the way over there. Oof. I might go over there. I don't know.
Hundreds of years have gone into assembling. I know what you want. Word travels fast around here. Discovered some big mystery, huh? Well, you don't even need to ask. No, I don't have anything for you. Not anymore, anyway. I said not anymore. Orthorn stole a number of books when he ran off to Felglow Keep to join those summoners. Some kind of peace offering. I think one of those volumes may have had some relevant information. If you want them, you'll have to talk to Orthorn. Not enough to bother with. Archmage Aaron's approach to these things is just to let them sort themselves out. Although now it looks like you'll be doing the sorting. Good luck with that. He was an apprentice here at the college. Not very skilled, but got involved with a group of mages who took a liking to him. When they left, he took off after them. Stole supplies and books from the college. I suppose as a way to ingratiate himself. Let's just call it a difference of opinion with the college. They were interested in research that goes outside the bounds of what the college allows, so they were persuaded to leave. Until next time.
What can I do for you?
I need to talk to you.
Confound it all! This page too! That makes 5 in total. This is unacceptable! A page from one of these texts, and 4 others, torn right from the spine. I've consulted with Urog's apprentice girl, and she insisted, rather emphatically, that none of these tomes have been checked out for years. I told the girl that wouldn't preclude a thief from browsing the cases. I don't blame her, though. It's the head librarian's duty to keep more sensitive texts behind sealed doors. Or perhaps it's the fault of the one who trained him. In either case, the result is the same. It is as I feared. Someone has managed to steal key pages from the writings of Trectus.
This dude?
Indeed. Although I doubt that name lacks reverence here. This is an institution of higher learning, I hope. It certainly has the pretension of one. It's unlikely Mead had anything to do with it. Although, I agree with your assessment that spirits of any kind have no place in a library. It's more plausible that Urog failed to see the merit of a controversial theory, and in defiance made the text available to anyone. The majority of scholars are split between 2 disparate camps. Some believe the texts are worthless scribbles written by a child, one who had yet to grasp the vastness of his destiny. Others contend that the author is not Vanus himself, but a pretender hoping to profit from the mage's name. Both camps, however, are in agreement that the texts themselves have no intellectual merit.
Oops,
There
not
are
again.
some. The theory, by
Oops.
diverting the eyes
Sorry
of
about
those
that.
who seek power, it provided an extra layer of security, in addition to the cryptic nature of the text itself. I mentioned the pages from 5 separate texts were stolen. This is no coincidence. I'm sure you can divine why. Exactly. According to the theory, there was purpose to Galarion's decision to divide his childhood journals into 5 parts. Contained within each was a tale that alluded to spells and techniques, authored by a specific school. It is well known that Galarion's gifts for magic were quite diverse. He could restore a rose to full bloom not long after burning it aflame, all while fooling the mind into believing its scent had rotted away. The theory goes that Galarion was on the verge of completing 5 new spells, 1 for each school. Spells of such tremendous power that even the immortal armies of Manimarco would countenance their fear. Unfortunately, Galarion's obsession with his nemesis deprived him of his patience. Nevertheless, before he embarked on the great battle, he left notes encoded in 5 works, so others could continue his research.
Neato.
I have an inkling. I was able to glean some clues based on my interviews of the residents of Winterhold, who seem far more observant of mages than the faculty. I sent my assistant, Qa'Dojo Ra, to investigate the matter further, but I fear something grave has befallen him. Finally, someone with initiative. I need someone to scout the area he was investigating. Your safety is paramount. If the mage in question is at the site, do not attempt to confront him, even if Qa'Dojo Ra is in imminent danger. The Khajiit is a crafty one. He will leave clues behind even in death. Yet if you sacrifice both your lives, both your efforts will be squandered. Good. Qa'Dojo Ra last left for Solitude, but it is unlikely he is still there. I would start with the caverns near the shoreline. If you find him, and find him well, he may ask for a passphrase. Yes. The problem is, I seem to have forgotten that inscrutable Khajiit word he gave me. So in exchange, I ask you to tell him this. Tell him how, when I met him, I mocked his whiskers, how they were as black as an Imperial's hair. Tell him that his eyes are so narrow that even when he laughs, he looks unhappy. Yet their color still shines as bright as the sun. And if he finds that too sentimental, tell him he was more valuable as a rug.
Savage.
And when he accidentally lights his fur on fire, he would no longer be worth anything to anyone. Greetings. My name is Olivia Meronin, a former member of the Mages Guild at the Arcane University in Cyrodiil. When the guild disbanded, many of my colleagues regrouped to form the Synod. However, their objectives do not align with the tenets Galarion and the Council established when they founded the guild. Nor do they abide by the teachings we have stood by in the centuries that followed. Theirs is an organization based on cupidity and lust for power. I have not ruled that out, although the Synod seems more interested in securing existing artifacts of power. Galarion's research, while potentially powerful, was still incomplete. There is no guarantee that any of the 5 spells can even be crafted. This is not to imply the documents are not dangerous. The secrecy of Galarion's methods are a substantial indicator of the level of risk. However, the Synod does not have the patience nor the foresight to recognize what these texts represent.
Okay, great.
You there. I have questions. You were in Saarthal, yes? It has come to my attention that something was found there. I am well aware. Tolfdir is still in Saarthal, is he? I shall be expecting a full report from him when he returns. Something was discovered in Saarthal that was significant enough that Tolfdir sent a new member of the college alone to deliver word. That sounds precisely like the sort of thing that should matter to everyone, especially me. Thank you for your help. You may go now.
Okay, retard. Alright. Let's go. So we have various quests that we've now picked up. That's cool. Alright, so let's look. We can do that. That's going to take a while because it's at Solitude, so we'll wait on that. We'll look for both of those. Take a look at that. And, we'll visit the Shrine of Azura. So let's see what we got here. So we can wrap around like that. Oh god, I'm not going all the way over there. Felglow Keep is more reasonable. And, is this Shalador's Insights? Yeah, fuck that. Okay. Forget that. Or, nope, we're keeping that. Don't care about that, and don't care about Chalador's insights for now. Okay. Let's go. We'll come back after this group of quests, I guess. After that, and then we'll talk to all our fellow mages. Just a lot of talking. I know you guys don't want to see purely talking in these episodes. So it's just like a complete clusterfuck. So that's nice. We aren't really doing good on many bolts. We only have 13, so that's kind of a problem. But that's okay.
Move quickly. Sweat.
Okay, retard.
I love small towns. None of that cooked garbage smelling in empty cities. Although I guess that's more of a soup.
I am curious. Okay, I was curious to see if you could like pickpocket their left arm from them. That'd be so funny. Oh, it's Qa'Dojo! What's up, my dude? I know I was missing somebody.
I am Qa'Dojo, a monk making the pilgrimage to the shrine of Azura. Then today will be no different than any other. For while I recognize Azura's place in the pantheon of the divines, the Daedra hold no particular favor in the doctrine I follow. Some may see the line between Aedra and Daedra as a means of separation, when the divide itself is the true nature of our existence. It is in the eye of the storm that one finds balance, and with balance comes the flourishing of life. I follow the path of balance through opposition. The Aedra and Daedra are the embodiment of this mantra. It is a common misconception that these balancing forces are the spirit of good and evil, a reductive and flawed interpretation. The Aedra are the agents of stasis and order. The Daedra are the essence of change and chaos, for chaos itself cannot be an agent of anything. When the two are in balance, time progresses at its natural flow. The world changes as it stays the same. Although in truth, it is not for us to attach labels to the creators. If mortals cannot divine the nature of themselves, it is quite presumptuous to try the same with the gods. One must both have purpose and flexibility. He may walk a path of many roads to the same destination. He may not know where the destination lies until the moment he arrives at it, and even then, it may not fulfill his true purpose. I am reminded of the story of a carpenter who was tasked with hanging a painting for the Count. The painting was hung over...
Basically, he moves it around. That's what happens. And he's like, oh, there, I saw everything. That's why it's the best. Okay, great.
If you will do me the honor, I was thrilled as a
I'm not going to sit through that.
Stendarr, but I felt the temple did not do enough to disavow the militants who walk the land in his name. I considered converting to the Temple of Julianos, and had packed for the great chapel in Skingrad to begin my training. There was only one item I could not find, my copy of the book, Aedra and Daedra. I scoured every corner of my quarters, until at last I saw it. It was placed on top of a high bookshelf. Now, they say those who hurry only slow themselves in the end. If only I heeded such sage advice. Instead of reaching for the footstool, I attempted to climb the shelf, only to fall flat on my tail. However, as it so happens, I lost my balance but gained my footing. For when my head struck the ground, I had a vision. It was an act of the divines. as was the placement of the book and the title of the book itself. In my vision, I saw a constellation of gods, Aedra and Aedra. They made no distinction between themselves, for one were all, and all were one. Merci.
Qa'Dojo's a pretty cool guy. I like him. There's a destroyed boat out there. Neato. Don't remember how you get up here. I know that there's a path, but I don't know if it's right here or not. I don't think it is. Horsey! Hello! Wow. This goat was killed. Fuck. Wonderful. Are those fucking Reiklings? Oh my god. Oh, and there's a charger. Okay, let's quick save. Oof, okay.
Yeah, that's fish used to big.
Okay. That doesn't look too good. If they start attacking us, they'll just summon this guy. Oh! Never mind, I don't need to bother doing that. You guys can deal with them. Oh, a Falmer. Our great enemies. The good old sightless pit. Be an easier way to get over here, I know, but whatever. This does have a ton of skeletons, which will, you know, be really nice if I could just, you know, left leg is all I'm saying. Y'all feel me? There's one spooky boy. Yay! 30 level in conjuration. I can finally get that bone. Heavy Crusader sword. That looks cool. How you doing? Where is he? Oh, there he is. Okay. Next time I'll level up. Thank you all for watching.